Hello, guys and gals, it's me, Mutahar, and it's talking time! Or it could be if the Escape from Tarkov developers weren't a bunch of scumbag scammers. Now, to start off with, ladies and gentlemen, I really do stand by the definition of a scam in this situation, okay? Now, I'm going to show you a piece of footage from a streamer who was showcasing, through the Wayback Machine, Escape from Tarkov's website, okay? What does this say over here? Free access to all subsequent DLC. I know it's a bit hard to read, but that was part of something known as the Edge of Darkness Limited Edition, which was, at the time, Escape from Tarkov's most expensive version of the game. Now, if you haven't been following, okay, I've seen this on my feed all day yesterday. Escape from Tarkov, and before we continue, just to refresh people, Escape from Tarkov is a extraction shooter game. Some would say the first of its kind, and those people would be wrong, because the first extraction game was actually The Division's Dark Zone. But you don't see people talking about that nonsense. Anyways, it's one of the most popular, tactical, extraction shooter games. The point of it is, you play it really slowly, you play it with your friends, you drop into, these open world zones with, AI and real players, and your whole goal is to do little missions or extract high-quality gear and make sure you get out alive. There's a bit of a gambling component because you can bring in your own gear, and sometimes it can be a lot better than what you would expect, and it hurts to lose that gear. Now, the problem with Escape from Tarkov is they've gotten competition. Other games have jumped in, so they're not the only player on the block. So yesterday, they decided to release this dog shit trailer, okay? Now, if you're looking at it, it's the Unheard Edition. So they replaced that Edge of Darkness with something a little new, all right? And woohoo! It ain't that loved. Now, to understand, this isn't an accurate metric. This is a YouTube dislike extension. The API does a little bit of guesstimations, but yeah, it's not really liked, okay? Watch this. So they've got this dog water Unity engine looking trailer here going on, which again, the game does, from my understanding, run on Unity. Not that there's a dog in there, but of course, what they're advertising is this Unheard Edition with a play offline feature with the boys, okay? With your friends, you can play this. Co-op PvE mode. So you don't have to deal with the dipshit community that is the hacking groups on Tarkov. No wipes, no nothing. So of course, this is by far one of the biggest features the game has to offer. So to understand, this is something that Tarkov has been dealing with for a while, okay? They've actually been against the offline single-player patch that exists. So this is SPT AKI, meaning if you have Tarkov, give this a try, okay? Download this for free, because you can play single-player Tarkov by yourself with full progression, full everything, even with mods. Something I'm pretty sure Tarkov isn't going to allow you to do with the official version, okay? But you're like, but Muna, I want to play with my friends too. Now, if you want to play with your friends too, ladies and gentlemen, there's also other mods as well. There is, for instance, MPT, which is an extension to what I showed you, which allows you to play SPT AKI with your friends, all right? So yeah, if you want to experience all Tarkov has to offer with its new patch, new update that apparently cost money for people who bought a fucking version that said all future DLCs come for free, yeah, then you can just do that, okay? Now, I want to show you how much this dog water costs, okay? You might be like, well, Muda, maybe it's worth it, okay? Maybe it's worth it for some people. So again, the base version of the game is like 50 bucks, okay? And that's guaranteed access to the closed beta, digital copy, whatever, blah, 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 blah. Because again, this game is still in a beta, all right? It's still costing a lot. And of course, you get a whole bunch of items with that too. You also got the $82 version. You've got the $110 version. And then of course, the Unheard Edition is costing $250. What, is the game gonna come out and suck my dick? $250? What was your former CFO working at the Sinaloa drug cartel? Do they have any understanding of what gamer prices are supposed to be? All right, $250. You know, if Hideo Kojima came back to Konami to work on the next banger Metal Gear Solid 6, and it was better than MGS 2, 3, and 4 combined, being as big of a Metal Gear fan as I am, I would still not buy it for $250 US, okay? Bitch, you ain't Apple. Okay? What are you doing here? $250 for a game? And of course, this game comes with that offline co-op progression patch that they're selling, okay? Now, again, the reason why the community is, again, rightfully pissed about it is when you start reading from, of course, even Forbes, which, by the way, when a business magazine is talking about your game, it's pretty much over. They have dubbed it the pay-to-win edition, and we'll get exactly into why it's pay-to-win. But of course, the idea here is the problem is if you buy this version of the game, and you bought that Edge of Darkness that I showed you very much at the beginning, that was promised at the time that all future downloadable content, last I checked, a game mode is actually downloadable content, okay? It should just be part of the experience. Yeah, they have to buy a whole new edition or pay $100 in order to play that offline co-op patch, right? Now, of course, the brilliant community managers at ESG, Battle State Games, okay, have decided to say PvE mode is a unique feature, not a DLC, not a fucking DLC, which is available only for the owners of the Unheard Edition. We'll keep you updated on new features for EOD owners. So first off, now we're just getting into the legal speak, huh? Oh wait, the new game mode that you put into the game. You know, it's every other developer calls that shit a downloadable content, okay? But these guys are calling it a feature because apparently it's a unique feature of that bundle. Pay up, pussy! No, don't pay up. Use the mod I showed you earlier. Now, even if the scumbag developer says that you can get banned for using that mod, just use it in protest, okay? Well, what are you gonna do? What, do you get fisted by him? Buy the $30 edition, the cheap one if you have to, and then play the free SPT AKI with the multiplayer patch. They may not like it, and they can kick rocks because of it. And here's the reason why people would play single player, the mod. Because this game is filled with a serious cheating problem, okay? I used to play Escape from Tarkov, not like religiously like Rainbow Six Siege, mind you. No. I played it with a group of friends that I met through Siege. And here's the problem with a game like Escape from Tarkov. On the surface level, it's actually an interesting, unique game that people will really like. The problem is the community has a serious cheating problem, okay? You either have two player bases in this game. You've got Mr. Magoo, okay, who's like just no, walking through the world. Then you've got John Wick, who shoots at you from across the map with a crossbow right to your eyeballs. That's the community you're basically dealing with. And instead of addressing the cheating problem, they've done everything possible to keep that shit as running as it can. Whatever crap that I give Rainbow Six Siege, it has a cheating problem too, but at least the cheaters get banned. It seems like in Escape from Tarkov, they're more worried about monetizing their dog shit than they are worried about the multiplayer community. You know that cheating can make or break video games? Which may or may not be one of the reasons why they're having some long matchmaking times, but hey, that's a whole different story, all right? And one that I haven't entirely looked too into. Now, obviously, the community it has started a jihad against them, okay? Like, if you go to their Discord right here, boom! This is all you see. It's just literally accounts posting the same fucking copy pasta. So we're gonna start an episode of Haunted Gaming and read this. Since 2016, players have supported the developers by purchasing the highest edition of the game. For 8 years, we've been recommending the game to friends, bringing more and more into the community. And what was the developers' response? They've blown us off, refused to comment, and only encouraged those who have lost all respect for themselves to continue to pour money in. I personally had high hopes for Tarkov. In my eyes, it was a high quality and most ambitious project on the entire market. This is unacceptable. This is selfish. This is disrespectful. You've disgraced yourselves completely. And again, this person has a point, right? This person has a serious point. The only people defending this are the ones that are like, no, please, Tarkov, please, let me lick harder, daddy. Please, let me suck the cock a little bit more. You literally got fisted, okay, by this developer friend. They lied to you. They straight up said, the future DLC, I don't care if they call shit a feature, okay? All right, a dog shit is still a piece of dog shit. All future DLC was supposed to be for people that bought the most expensive edition. So now, if all of a sudden they're calling things features and making you buy extra expansions, they are lying to you. They are deceiving you. That's the problem in the situation. And despite being called out, they haven't decided to turn heel. Even when other games in the genre, like Arena Breakout Infinite, okay, these guys are like a mobile game that are making a PC version. They have come out just to joke around and say, taking in all homeless shooter-looter with a big wave goodbye to Tarkov today. Battlestate game comes in, have a nice 20-minute adventure in the blatant plagiarist game, in and out. So what a great response, by the way, too. First off, you're not the owner of the extraction shooter genre, okay? You are not. You are a participant in a field, in a genre of gaming that many others have come to because of its popularity. In the same way, you might as well say the same to like games like Helldivers 2, right? Which are also extraction shooter games. Far better games than whatever Battlestate is cooking up, but the general idea is at least fine. For the milsim extraction shooters, you can't be the only player in town. Other people have jumped in, producing more optimized, less cheater-friendly experiences than whatever Battlestate Games has been cooking for the last several years, okay? And that is such a nice... I thought this was a parody at first, but here's the thing. You can't plagiarize it, okay? This is an extraction shooter. If they make a better game than you, then it is up to you as a developer to produce a better game. Instead of whining, bitching, nickel and diming your player base, you should be working at making a better game, all right? It is what it is. You don't have to be an Escape from Tarkov fan to be pissed. Because if this was happening in any of our games, like if this happened to Rainbow Six Siege, I would expect the gaming market to be just as mad for me, okay? I would expect any of this. I would expect people to call something like that out. You know, I have shat on games like Star Citizen. I feel rightfully so in a lot of cases, but even they wouldn't be so egregious as to disrespect their player base like this. This is something I have seen from a developer that is circling the drain. Now, one of the things that Tarkov released a short while ago was something known as Arena, which is the ability for you to play Tarkov in a more controlled PvP environment. Now, this is already a nightmare waiting to happen. Imagine releasing a PvP mode in the midst of a serious hacking epidemic in your game. So obviously this mode came out. It wasn't exactly financially beneficial for BSG, it seems. And many have speculated that the reason they're releasing this bundle right now, okay, is because of a possible financial them being a little bit financially underwater, so to speak. There's no real validity to that. Nobody knows what their books or finances look like, but it's an interesting theory that people have brought up. Now, of course, Escape from Tarkov responds to this nightmare and dumpster fire by saying, all right, listen, Tarky citizens, these Tarkov guys, come back. To honor the owners of the EOD version, to honor the owners of the EOD version and their indelible importance and role to the EFT universe, we plan to add the following new features to the EOD edition. So this is them trying to save face, and this is a bigger slap to the face than you can imagine. So faster return of insured items, increased trader buying limits by 20%, yada, 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 yada. And then high quality matchmaking for 6 months. You get better quality matching, but just for 6 months, okay? Just for 6 months. Access to offline PvE mode for 6 months. They couldn't even fucking apologize without putting a time limit on it, dude. Yeah, that game mode, sorry, hold on, wait a minute. That feature, you get access to it for just 6 months, then you gotta start, paying up, all right, come on now. No, don't do that, okay? This is a scumbag developer that hands down will just nickel and dime its player base. And I think at this moment in time, it's best that you ladies and gentlemen just go back and download the single player mod, SPT AKI, all right? You can add a multiplayer. You can add mods to it and just play that instead. Because what Escape from Tarkov is doing is basically nickel and diming its audience. And of course, in my personal opinion, I think they're deceptive. I think they're lying about what previous versions included. This is a DLC. This is something that should have been included for free, all right? These guys are more interested in making money than actually fixing their core game, all right? Their core game is still riddled with hackers. It's to a point where, you know why people download the single player version? It's because they don't want to deal with the online hacking epidemic. They're not willing to properly address that. In fact, they're willing to address, a version of it. They'll give you an offline mode. They'll do exactly what a free mod will do, but just for an insanely added price tag. A price tag, by the way, that you can get several brand new, not several, but a couple brand new AAA games for, okay? It's insane. Go buy something else. Don't support this. That said, ladies and gentlemen, this is me, Mutahar, and yeah, what a trash fire, dude. I am